I heard from a friend today. It was the Lord. He woke me up. Actually, it was Sunday morning. And when I was still sleeping, rather, the Lord had a dialogue with me, if you will. And this conversation was about something I've been holding for some time: unforgiveness. I did not expect to have this conversation with the Lord as I was sleeping. I had no idea what time it was. I just felt like it was time for me to wake up, if you will. So, in the conversation, the Lord was letting me know that He was talking to me about unforgiveness because, in fact, He knew that I had intentions on holding this until I left this world. And He did not want it to continue to hinder me or for me to choose to allow it to hold me hostage this whole time. And so in the conversation, He's asking me, well, do you think that you would let it go? And I'm saying, I didn't see a reason. I didn't see a reason that I needed to let this particular offense or pain or anger go, because I didn't do anything to merit what was or what happened, right? I had nothing to do with it. Yet it affects me. It directly affects me. And so therefore, I justified holding this resentment, this unforgiveness. And I would hold it for the rest of my life if need be. So in this conversation with the Lord, He let me know the reason why I felt okay with holding it. He let me know that I had grown comfortable with the recognition that I can carry weight, that I can, in fact, handle heavy things. And He said, I know that you like to hold weights, because if you know me, during this time of my weight loss journey, if you will, and my discovery of a love for weights, I enjoy lifting weights. That may sound crazy, but it's something about um, the feeling that I get behind the fact that I can lift something that seems heavy, and it may be challenging, but in my mind, if you put it in front of me, I'm picking it up. And when I pick it up, the feeling that I get behind it is like of accomplishment. And so I've grown to love lifting weights. And He said, now that's a good thing. It's not bad. But when it comes to things that you should not carry, here's the part that you missed in your love for weight lifting or lifting heavy things, is although you have learned to lift it, you also now need to learn how to let it go. You got to know when to put it down, and you have not learned that. And I felt this heaviness, and this is all happening in my sleep. I'm just letting you into my dreams and conversation with the Lord. He let me know that I didn't know how to let it go and put it down. And I agree. I didn't know how. And He said, well, it's very easy. You got to choose. And you need to choose now. You need to choose now. Even though you've grown accustomed to carrying some things, there are things that I did not intend for you to carry, because you simply don't have to. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. You got to make a choice now. And in that moment, in my sleep, I knew that the Lord was dealing with me in this way, because I had been fully awake and functioning throughout the day, that conversation might have went a little bit different. But in this moment, I was fully yielded right? My will. There was no tussle over it. And so I chose to let it go. I chose to understand that I could let it go. That I, in fact, even though I have grown accustomed to lifting and carrying heavy things, now it's time for me to learn to put it down. So when I woke up after I made the choice to let it go. I felt light. I felt free. And then we went to church. I didn't even get a chance to have a conversation with my husband, but I told him, I had this dream about unforgiveness, and I forgave in my sleep. I couldn't even give him any details because we were getting ready for service. So when we went to church and the word came forth, the pastor was speaking in reference to getting to the other side of good. And he discussed a portion about scar tissue healed. And that was my confirmation that I had this scar tissue that I had been carrying for a long time as well. But also the recognition that it is now healed, in fact. So he says that your scars represents that I was wounded. And in fact, I was healed. But here's the good part. I am still standing. That is where I am as of today. I'm only recording this to let you know that if you are anything like me, that through your own life's journey and experiences, you have developed and even discovered your ability to pick up things and carry heavy things successfully. That just because you can carry it doesn't mean that you should carry it. The Bible tells us that we should lay aside every weight and sin that so easily beset us. But maybe we don't think that it's our own choice that besets us, our choice to carry these weights. If you're hearing this today, I'd like for you to make your own choice. Yeah, you can carry it, but should you? How much lighter you would be without that weight. And I noticed, I even had conversations with the person that I was holding this unforgiveness towards. And I felt different in the conversations. I felt free. I didn't feel restrained. I didn't feel like I had to watch what I say, my tone, what I felt on the inside, because what I felt on the inside before, that heaviness, it wasn't there. Why? Because I put the weight down. And when you put the weight down, it frees you to do other things, because there is, in the words of my pastor, there is more. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and make the choice when you hear this. You choose. It's on you. Don't let God have to get into your sleep like me and have those harsh conversations with you. But you can do it. You can do it. And you'll be lighter because of it when you choose to simply put it down. Y'all have a good one. Bye.